In the beginning, before time was even measured, there was Etheria, a realm of untold beauty and boundless potential, a place where magic was not just a force, but the very essence of existence. Etheria was a world alive with power called ether, the lifeblood of existence, the invisible current that connected all things, both seen and unseen. It pulsed with vibrant energy, a symphony of light and sound only perceptible to those attuned to its rhythm. It flowed through rivers, carving paths through stone, danced in the wind, whispering secrets through mountain peaks, and permeated every leaf and every stone. It was this ether that shaped the land, molded its majestic mountains and serene valleys, and breathed life into its people, imbuing them with a unique connection to the world around them. The people, in turn, learned to listen to the ether's gentle hum, to shape its flow with their will, and to command its power with respect and understanding. This deep connection gave birth to elemental magic, a harmonious blend of will and nature's force. 4 elements, the cornerstones of reality: earth, the foundation; water, the life-giver; fire, the spark of change; and air, the breath of freedom, stood as the pillars of their world, the fundamental forces that governed all aspects of existence. Mages became artists, weaving magic into their crafts, and guardians, protecting the delicate balance of Etheria, working in harmony with the elements, understanding their power and respecting their boundaries. Pyromancers brought warmth to the coldest nights or cleared paths through the densest forests with controlled flames. Hydromancers healed the land, coaxing life back into barren landscapes with gentle streams and restorative magic. Geomancers built cities that rose from the very earth, structures that resonated with the planet's energy, and aeromancers explored the skies, charting the currents of the wind and uncovering the secrets hidden amongst the clouds. Magic was life itself, the very essence that flowed through every living thing, a delicate balance sustaining all, a web of interconnectedness that bound Etheria together. The elements were not to be conquered but respected, revered as the source of all creation. To take too much from one was to weaken another. To disrupt the flow of ether was to invite disaster. Balance was sacred, the cornerstone of their civilization, the key to their prosperity. For generations, this understanding thrived, passed down through stories and traditions, and Etheria flourished, a testament to the power of harmony and respect. But peace, like a delicate flower or a fragile crystal, is easily shattered. Over time, the memory of balance faded, obscured by the allure of power and the whispers of ambition. New generations grew hungry for power, blinded by the potential for dominance, seeing the elements not as sacred gifts, but as tools to exploit for their own gain. They drew more ether than the world could replenish, heedless of the consequences, ignoring the world's warnings, the subtle shifts in the wind, the growing unrest in the earth. The lesson was forgotten, the delicate dance between taking and giving, the sacred pact with nature. Every action has a consequence, a ripple effect that spreads throughout the entire ecosystem. The world's gift was squandered, its beauty marred by greed and short-sightedness, and harmony began to fray, the threads of balance unraveling one by one. A dark shadow waited, lurking in the corners of the world, to seep through the cracks in their fractured society, to exploit their weakness and consume their light. The age of balance was ending, and a new darker era was about to begin. In a forgotten village nestled deep within the Heartlands, a place where time seemed to stand still, Kale, a gifted aeromancer, a young man with an extraordinary connection to the winds, felt the wind's whispers, carried on the breeze through ancient trees, and the ache of a lost past, a history shrouded in mystery and forgotten lore. His only clue, a crescent-shaped pendant, an artifact humming with untold power. Far away, across vast landscapes and towering peaks, Leora, a hydromancer, a guardian of the waters, healed tainted waters, using her abilities to cleanse the world of its growing impurities, sensing the world's growing sickness, a creeping blight that threatened to consume all life. She believed balance could be restored, but not alone. She knew she needed allies. Aaron, a disciplined pyromancer, a master of fire and royal guard, sworn to protect the kingdom, trusted order and law, believing in the strength of the realm's established systems, blind to the corruption within, the insidious rot that festered in the shadows of power. He saw chaos erupting in the streets, and believed only strength could save Etheria. Only through force could order be restored. And then there was Naira, a being unlike any other, a spirit of pure ether, an embodiment of the world's life force, appearing to Kael in moments of need, a guide from beyond the veil. She spoke in riddles, her words echoing with ancient wisdom, guiding Kael toward his forgotten destiny, a path laid out long ago. Nira knew the secrets of Kael's past, the truth hidden within his very soul, and the fate of Etheria, a world teetering on the brink of destruction. Together, these four souls were bound by a destiny to save their world, whether they knew it or not. Their paths would intertwine, drawing them together in ways they could never imagine, each holding a key to Etheria's future, a piece of the puzzle needed to restore balance. The journey to restore balance was about to begin, a perilous quest filled with danger and uncertainty. The world's hope rested on them, these four unlikely heroes, and the choices they would make. The hunger for power unleashed a terrible cost: corruption. Elements turned sick, water poisoned, earth brittle, winds violent, fire uncontrollable. Creatures and spirits twisted into monsters, the land groaned under the strain. Fear ruled the people as Etheria slowly died. The ruling council, sworn to protect, secretly harnessed corrupted ether for their own power. They believed they could control it, but only deepened the world's decay. The more they drained, the more corruption spread, fueling chaos and fear. The council used this fear to tighten their grip, presenting themselves as saviors while feeding the disease. The people were blind to the truth. Etheria spiraled toward destruction, its leaders the architects of its doom. Only a few dared to seek the real cause. Kael's journey began with survival, his village attacked by a corrupted air elemental. Using aeromancy, he fought desperately until Leora arrived, drawn by the corrupted ether. Together, they combined wind and water magic, cleansing the elemental instead of destroying it. Leora noticed Kael's pendant, recognizing it as an ancient symbol tied to a forgotten legend. She explained the true nature of the corruption, and believed Kael's pendant was key to stopping it. For the first time, Kael found purpose. He agreed to travel with Leora to the capital for answers. Along the way, Leora taught him to sense ether in all things, and Kael began to recover fragments of his lost identity. He was more than a village boy, he was connected to something ancient and powerful. The road to Erthos was perilous, scarred by corruption. Kael and Leora helped those they could, becoming symbols of hope. Closer to the capital, they uncovered evidence of the royal guard's involvement in containing and transporting corrupted creatures. The council's story unraveled. A dark conspiracy was at play. In Erthos, the city's pristine center contrasted with suffering outer districts. Eren, captain of the guard, confronted them, seeing them as threats to order. Forced into hiding, Kael and Leora joined a resistance movement. There, Kael learned his memories were real. He was once a guardian of the elemental core. The council had shattered the core, stolen his past, and his pendant was a key to ancient power. His destiny was stolen, but now he would reclaim it. The resistance, hidden in the shadows, revealed a shocking truth. The elemental core, a source of immense power, the very source of all magic in Etheria, was shattered long ago by the council's insatiable greed. Its fragments bled unstable and dangerous magic, unleashing a wave of corruption across the land. Eren, upon discovering the terrible truth, made the difficult choice and turned against the council. He bravely joined forces with Kael and Leora. The council relentlessly hunted the scattered core fragments with the dark intention to forge a shadow core, and ultimately seize absolute and tyrannical power. Kael, Leora, and Eren raced against time to find the fragments first. Nira then revealed her true self as the very will of the core itself, and she was bound to Kael by his past destiny as a guardian. Kael's pendant was, in fact, a core fragment, and it served as the key to finding all the others. It was revealed that only Kael possessed the power to safely reassemble the core. The fate of all of Etheria rested entirely on their perilous quest. The world's very soul depended entirely on their ultimate success. The hunt for core fragments, those shards of immense power, pushed the heroes to their limits, testing their strength and resilience against impossible odds. Each battle was not just a physical confrontation, but a test of resolve, a trial by fire. Civil war erupted, tearing the land asunder. The very foundation of their society crumbled as the council fought to claim the fragments, their lust for power consuming them. Kael's memories returned, a flood of forgotten moments. He remembered his life as a guardian, a protector of the realm. He recalled the council's betrayal, a dagger in the dark, and he relived his mentor's sacrifice, a selfless act that changed everything. With all fragments gathered, the heroes prepared for their final stand. They confronted the council at the ruined sanctuary, a place of forgotten power. The final battle raged, magic clashed against magic, hope against despair. Kael and his friends triumphed, but their victory was bittersweet. The fragments were unstable, pulsing with chaotic energy. Naira appeared, a spirit of ancient wisdom. She revealed the core could not simply be repaired. It was beyond mending. It had to be reborn, a phoenix rising from the ashes. Kael faced a choice, a burden only he could bear: restore the old world, with all its flaws and glories, risking repeated mistakes and the inevitable cycle of destruction, or sacrifice himself, offering everything for a chance at something better. He could choose to create a gentler, hopeful future, a world free from the shadows of the past. He chose hope, a beacon in the darkness. He began pouring his life force into the fragments, a final act of devotion. As Kael dissolved into light, his essence intertwined with the fate of Etheria. A new dawn broke over Etheria, painting the sky with hues of promise. The world was reborn, cleansed, and renewed. His sacrifice echoed through the ages, a testament to his courage. Magic and nature, once fractured, were in harmony once more, a delicate balance restored. The memory of Kael's choice lingered, a guiding light for generations to come. It was a promise of dawn, a new beginning for all. Etheria's future was uncertain, the path ahead shrouded in mist, but hope endured, a single flame refusing to be extinguished.